This is Stephanie, and this is the Mocha Minutes podcast. Hey guys, before we get into the episode, I just want to let you know about something that's a little new here at the Mocha Minutes podcast. We are now participating in Buy Me a Coffee. So if you haven't heard, buymeacoffee.com is a place where you can show some support and some love monetarily to some of your favorite content creators. That includes me. So it's in increments of either $1, $3, or $5, and you can do as many as you would like. So I just wanted to let you guys know, would love some support. So if you would go to buymeacoffee.com/Mocha Minutes, I would greatly appreciate it. It will also be in the show notes. Okay, here we go. It's not that I can't live without you. It's just that I don't even want to try. Every night I dream about you. Ever since the day we said goodbye. If I wasn't such a fool, right now I'd be holding you. There's nothing that I wouldn't do. Baby, if I only knew the words to say, the road to take, to find a way back to your heart. What can I do to get to you and find a way back to your heart? Hello. Welcome back to the Mocha Minutes podcast. This is Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me. Usually I don't do deep cut earworms. And I can't believe I'm saying this. That's a Backstreet Boys deep cut. So that is a song called Back to Your Heart. It is on the Millennium album. And when I tell you first, so I'm about to lay it all bare, but I'm back from birthday rest and reset. I am now 44 years old. It's crazy. I'm double digit fofo. I'm a fofo. It's very interesting that because I'm dating myself at this point. But I distinctly remember going to buy the Millennium album. I told them to get it. I think my parents bought it for me. But yeah, Back to Your Heart. Ooh, Lord, when I tell you, I loved that song. First time I heard it, I was like, okay, I see it. And fun fact, it was written by Kevin, the good cousin Richardson. He wrote it because he and his now wife, they were in a relationship. They kept breaking up and getting back together, and he wrote this song to try to win her back. Very, very rom-com of him. And I'm oversimplifying because he has talked about this. So I'm making it very simple for here. And he wrote it to get her back, and I think he proposed, and they have been married ever since. So there's that. But Back to Your Heart is one of the better songs on the Millennium album. It's not it's very interesting about this. So the reason why this came into my head is because of the Backstreet Boys residency in Vegas. The Sphere, right? The Sphere, apparently it's Millennium 2.0, and I guess they're only doing songs from Millennium. I think they're doing more songs, but I think the center point is the Millennium album, which is from 1999, right? So I had seen clips of them talking about it it reminded me. I'm like, Kevin Richardson really low key wrote a few songs for that album. I think all of them kind of did. And when I tell you on TikTok, the love of cousin Alex, aka Alexander James, aka AJ McLean, aka the best of the three lead singers. Yeah, I said it. Um, it's crazy to me. I love cousin Alex. Okay, so back in the day, I was a Howie Kevin fan. This makes so much sense if you're like a boy bander fan, right? Brian was never one of my favorites. He was at the time he had one of my favorite voices, but he wasn't for me. If that makes sense. And Nick, I'm sorry, he did not he was not raising the flag on my flagpole. And I think it was really interesting to be a Backstreet Boys fan when you're in high school. I went to an all black high school, okay? So I did so it was very interesting when I talk about boy band fandom, because I also was someone who was somewhat of a new kid fan, but I was very young. And it's so interesting the rewrite of the fandom. Because when I tell you at my very young age, Jordan Knight was everything. And I mean everything to me. You fast forward to them being grown ass men now. I'm like, damn, Danny is fine. It's like, oh, we all muscular and pretty. And we're not even going to talk about Donnie Wahlberg, okay? Donnie was never my cup of tea, but him grown, seasoned Donnie Wahlberg, totally different. Um, and Jordan Knight still Jordan Knight, okay? He's still there. I was never a Joseph. It used to be Joey. Joey was the youngest one. I never got him too, but I'm sorry. There is a released a solo album and there's a song called I Love You Came Too Late. Um when I tell you a bop, it just is a bop. I just said I've always liked Joey's voice. So yeah. And then I find it interesting now that everybody's like, oh my God, Kevin Richardson is so fine. I'm like, hate to break it to y'all, he been fine. Okay. Kevin been fine. I was always a Howie fan. Howie looks exactly the same. And AJ looks so much better sober. Sober AJ McLean is like top tier, and he's cousin Alex. I'm like we literally. I love how everybody's like, wait a minute, hold up, what's going on, AJ McLean? I think he has some Cuban in him, y'all. We can discuss the whole Cuban thing because there are some people who are Cuban say, "Don't you ever call me black." Does not seem like he's the one. So I think there's a woman on there. It's like, she said, it's AJ Black. And I said, let me tell y'all something. I don't know what happened. I think it's the sobriety. It's doing wonders for him. And he seems like just a good ass time. Um, when I tell you cousin Alex is giving off, I got Afro Latino paternal. It's like he has let me say this right. Afro Latino paternity, like the paternal side is where all the Afro Latinos are in his family. That's what he's giving. Not exactly sure why I'm picking on the paternal side. I don't know why. It could be the paternal side. It could be the maternal side. One of his sides got a whole bunch of got some Afro Latinos in there. That's all I'm seeing. He gives that's why he cousin Alex right now. I'm just like adoring him. Now, here's the other part of the whole Backstreet thing. Is that when I said he is, but the thing about it is, even back in the day, he was one of the better of the three lead singers. The three lead singers were Brian Luttrell, Nick Carter, and AJ McLean. They were the ones who had all the. And it's like every so often, it's like, yeah, remind us how he was the Michelle of Backstreet because he would always be on a fucking bridge and hitting the high notes, that high registry. That's him. And then there's Kevin, and he also had his solos here and there, but the three lead singers was not Kevin and Howie. And honestly, I don't know why. I just enjoyed the Kevin and Howie the most, especially when Howie had that goatee and that ponytail. All right, I'm showing my whole last age when I talk about the Backstreet Boys. They're going back to residency, girl, in December. Now, the problematic part of the other two lead singers, Brian Luttrell, Woo Chile, um, y'all can do y'all Googles on that man and his wife in that beach. Yeah, and then Nick Carter, who's allegations that's still in court like right now. There's a part of me is like, why didn't I just like jump like, oh, I really like, why did I say, what do I want to do for my birthday? Go see the Backstreet Boys. That was the part of it that's giving me just umbrage, like, oh, it's giving me like, I don't know if I want to do this. But I think what always gets me is that when you have a fandom, and also if y'all didn't watch that documentary with the Carter family, aka the White DeBarge family. When I tell you, it's like, oh girl, it's like, wait a minute, we already did this with the barge. Like, how did we get here? Um, yeah, that's what gives me pause because that one of the women who have with the allegations, homegirl has not changed her story. And how long ago was that? This man has a wife and children. So but the fandom, of course, like any fandom, you're attacking this person who's alleging because like the thing about Nick Carter is Nick Carter, okay? When it comes to boy fandoms, it's kind of like it was like Nick Carter versus Justin Timberlake. Like your lead singer versus our lead singer, who's a better one? And everybody's like, it's Nick, it's Justin, it's Nick, it's Justin. Girl, shut up. We're not doing this today. Okay? We're not. Out of the two, who has the better voice? It is Justin, but the star, girl, I don't know. But yeah, it was a lot. It still is a lot. That watching that documentary with the Carters was a lot. And the fact that those cases allegedly are still going on, I believe, that is, ooh, Lord. And the thing about it has not stopped the show. People are still going. And I think it is because the reason being is because this is still going on. And a lot of people, like, here's the deal. As public as public as this is, there's some people who probably still don't know. But also, please understand, I'm talking about Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. Okay, so here's the thing: they're in the Spear, right? The Spear residency ended. They're supposed to go back in December. Um, as of what is the date on this? Lord have mercy. August 15th, 2025. We are still in 2025. There is a fourth sexual assault lawsuit for Nicholas Carter. Woman claims he gave her STDs, plural. Girl, what the? It's ooh. So this is a article from Variety. Backstreet Boys member Nick Carter is facing new sexual assault allegations in a lawsuit that claims that singer, I'm acting like this is like TikTok. I'm about to say raped a woman on two occasions while they were involved in a relationship in 2005. In a civil complaint filed last week in Nevada and reviewed by Variety, a woman by the name of Laura Penley accuses Carter of forcing her into sexual acts in 2004 when she was 19 and Carter was 25. She alleges they had consensual sex about 3 times before Carter became aggressive and dismissed her refusal to have sex, telling her that the only reason she was there was to have sex. Penley claims Carter failed to use protection during their altercation and in turn failed to prevent the spread of sexual transmitted infections, including HPV. Okay, sidebar. Yeah, he does. All right, Stephanie, no, shut up. She alleges these actions led her to contract cervical cancer later in life. Oh, wow. Elsewhere in the complaint, Penley alleges Carter assaulted her again about 2 months after the first instance of rape. She said he apologized and asked to see her again, only to isolate her in a bedroom and rape her a second time. In a statement shared with Variety, Leanne K. Wakayama and Dale Hayes Jr., attorneys for Carter, said the lawsuit is just more of the same nonsense from the gang of conspirators and their lawyers who continue to abuse the justice system to try to ruin Nick Carter. It's drawn from the same predictable playbook, lie in wait for decades until Mr. Carter is celebrating a professional milestone, then hide behind litigation privilege to make utterly false claims in an attempt to inflict maximum damage on Nick and his family. They continue. Nick does not recall ever even meeting Laura Penley. It was like 20 years ago. He certainly never had any romantic or sexual relationship with her ever. Oh boy. The person making these claims has a documented history of financial and legal trouble, has filed for bankruptcy, and has been sued for fraud. And whatever health challenges she may have faced have absolutely nothing to do with Nick. Not only will we fight this, we will be seeking sanctions against her legal team for enabling this frivolous action. Ooh, did you get you in trouble, child? Carter and his brother Aaron are at the center of a recent two-part documentary that chronicles the latter and late singer's rapid rise to fame, along with the impact it had on Nick Carter and their formerly close-knit family. Told from the perspectives of the singer's sister Angel, the docuseries unpacks the complicated family dynamics that led to the untimely deaths of three of the original five Carter children, as well as their father. Yeah, when I tell y'all need to watch that. Not say y'all gotta watch this documentary, but watch the Carter family documentary. When I say it's the White DeBarge family, I mean it. I was like, girl, what the hell? And then the enabling of the parents, which I think is probably the difference between them and the DeBarge family, who seemingly got themselves together. But three of your five children passing away, and what the patriarch of the family, y'all, oh Lord, like what drugs are they doing? It seems like all of them. I don't know though. But Aaron, when I tell you Aaron Carter was such a big deal, he's such a big deal. Okay, let me get on to the Backstreet Boys and how problematic the two of the three lead singers. We love cousin Alex, okay? Protect him at all costs. I just like, yeah. So let's go a little low key. So on the tickety talk, a woman by the name of Ashley talked about not wanting to go get coffee for a date. She did not want to do a coffee date. And you would have thought that she said, I don't want to spend any time with any black man ever. I need to be sitting in the rotating restaurant in Canada if you're going to take me on a date. I don't care that we don't live in Canada. I don't care that we live in Texas. You will take me to that rotating restaurant in Niagara Falls. See how that works? But that's not what she said. It has turned into this thing where everybody is talking about it. And it's so interesting to me because I'm like, words, shout out to the read. Words mean things. What? Because there are people like, it became, why didn't she make another suggestion? Why didn't she just go anyway? Who does this fat bitch think she is? You should be so lucky somebody even wants to go on a date with you. She flat out said in her initial video, if you love coffee dates, great. I just don't. If I will respect your right to coffee, if you can respect my right to not coffee. Now, this was my thoughts, and it still is my thoughts. First things first. She don't have to accept any old thing because she's fat. As a fat woman, that is one of the things that always gets me. People literally are looking at you like, girl, I know, girl, just go out with him. Just go out with him. Girl, why? And then if you say, oh, I don't know about this, I'm like, I mean, it's kind of like when a fat woman, and I'm saying fat woman because even if a man is fat, you don't see them saying, you better be lucky some woman want to go out with you. They be like, yeah, fat men don't get this. But the thing about it is, there'll probably be some fat man or men saying, no, I kind of get this too. So y'all can correct me if I am wrong. I have no problem with being corrected. I can only speak to my experience. So let me not speak about a man's experience with being dating while fat. Okay. When it comes to fat women, especially if you're a black woman, especially if you're a darker skinned woman, you better be so happy somebody even says hello to you and wants to take you anywhere, who wants to be seen in public, which is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Because I'm like, have y'all looked at y'all? Hmm. There were people saying that she is a solid three. And I'm like, oh, girl, shut up. Like, don't do that. So here were several things. So she had to clear something up. She was like, people were saying, like, I'm so lucky that somebody even wanted to date me. And she was like, I just got out of a 5-year relationship. So apparently somebody literally not only wanted to actually take her past a coffee date, they literally wanted her to sit on their face, or they wanted her to sit on their penis and wiggle for like 5 years. It's always the part that gets me, right? So, I'm glad there were people going like, girl, what is y'all problem? Because I'm glad there are now people who are looking through the forest, who are looking through the forest beyond the trees, going, what makes you think that she's so unattractive that men don't ask her out? Or that, yeah, gone are the days you telling fat women just accept any old man. Why? Why should we do that? And by the way, I do smell like cookies. I'm sorry. Oh, that's so sensational. Um, they said she looks like she. I'm sorry, but I don't know why I think that's funny. I'm like, you don't understand. I get that a lot too. Shout out to Leo Rochelle. She get it. It's kind of like if you were a beautiful fat woman, everybody's like, I know she smell good. I do, by the way. Um, the coffee day was funny. So here's the other thing about that. I'm like, y'all are missing one big thing. They were like, y'all could have just got food at the coffee house. Time out. That's not what he asked her. He didn't say, hey, let's go to the coffee house. Hey, let's go to Panera. That's not what he said. He said, let's go get a cup of coffee. This is the other part. She told him flat out she don't like coffee. So why would you insist? Like, see, that's the thing. A lot of times when it comes to and it's like all people can do this with dating, right? But I have noticed it a lot in my advanced age. It's not that advanced, but I've noticed that basically when it comes to how men approach me or talk to me, it's like watching the Raptors touch the electrical fence. They're looking for weaknesses. Not that I'm an electrical fence, but if you say, "Hey, I don't like something," they're like, "Oh, like let me try it another way. Let me try it this way." I'm like, "No, I literally said that." Now, my stance on a coffee date. Say, oh, you want to get a cup of coffee? I'm like, oh, you want to go to Panera? That's fine. Because guess what? I'm not getting. It's a cup of coffee. I do like coffee when I am on my way somewhere or at work. Meaning for a cup of coffee in the evening does not interest me either. I'm like, girl, it's at 5 o'clock. That caffeine will keep me up all day, all night. But I think it, so that's why I want to say this. Asking her to a coffee house and asking her to a cup of coffee are two different things. And y'all saying, well, he should have picked, like, oh, well, she should have made a suggestion. I think also gone are days where women literally have to plan their own date. However, comma, I think if I was someone who interested in women and have literally just, I don't know, spent at least maybe doing a 5 minute, not even, yeah, 5 minute scroll on the FYP from some women, you would actually learn something because it'd be different if you said, hey, do you like coffee? And they said, no, I'm not. That's my thing. Like, oh, how about like you? I'm like, do you like sushi? Like, ask questions. You're not asking questions. Or if you're like, I mean, because there are some people like movies, like a dinner and a movie on a first or second date is not how you get to know people, considering that if you're going to be sitting in a movie, you're not talking to them. You're not really talking, you're not really engaging. You're watching a movie. I'm like, I'm somebody who I found that I like going to movies by myself or going with people that one I have and have a relationship with. I love going to movies with friends. I love going to movies with my mother. I like going to movies with people that one I know it's going to be a good time with us. Because even if like something happens crazy at the movie theater, we're going to still have a good time. But when you're first getting to know someone, going to a movie is probably not the way, right? And also, I think somebody talked about Jilly for Philly. Let's take a long walk around the park. Please understand, she wasn't talking about a first date. I, from what I have always gathered, she is literally talking about taking a long walk with your man. That's totally different. It's like, girl, it's not the same. One, stop telling fat women they should accept any old thing, especially when y'all asses wouldn't do it. Because I distinctly remember when there were women talking about, I only want to go to certain restaurants. Now, some of y'all call them go to, but there are other people who mostly were just like, what's wrong with that? She can say what she wants. And I'm so shout out to the men who are actually sitting here going like, what's wrong with saying she don't want to go to coffee? I'm like, y'all are so weird. There are people saying she's lying. I don't think she is. Why would I lie about that? Because if she was lying about this, you don't think the dude that she was supposed to go on a date with would have said something by now? You don't think so? Because I don't know. It always happens. If somebody tells a story and they are lying on somebody, that person will come out of the bushes going like, hey, hi, hello. She's fucking lying. He's fucking lying. They will come out here and go, do not listen to them because that's cap. I'm the person they're talking about. No. But also, I'm kind of glad he has it because I'm like, girl, let me tell you something. And also, shout out to Ashley. Homegirl has been cooking people who have been saying stuff. Women say, you don't deserve it. Or I went on a coffee date and see, I'm with my man. And it's like, it comes off like y'all got an issue with her setting a boundary and sticking to it. And you realizing that you didn't. And the thing about it is, if it's like if you don't care either way, this is not to you. The people who like, I'm somebody like, okay, she don't want to go to coffee, that's fine. Oh, I don't mind meeting a cup of coffee. That's also fine. But I think the other part that I'm just like, y'all need to stop playing is that I distinctly remember a few years ago, and this actually person looks like we might be in the same age group, where men literally said they're asking what they're gonna just ask women to coffee because that is a low effort, and that way I'm not wasting money on a meal if I don't know if this is going to work out. I think people forget that. I did not, because I watched how some men were like, I know that's right. You just asking for a cup of coffee. Don't waste all your money on that. And I'm like, oh, y'all forgot that part. This is what happens when it comes to social media. As a collective, we have the memory of a goldfish. Because I didn't forget that. And I know there's other people who didn't forget that. But I think there are some men wishing that we did forget that. No, we didn't forget how y'all literally said, I'm asking a cup of coffee because I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my money. Sir, she demonstrated that women, like especially black women, we're not coming for your money, honey. Considering that she went and bought her own meal. Do you know? It's like, girl, y'all don't realize that some of us were taught by our mothers and fathers. Always make sure that you have enough money. If you need money to get home, if you have money to come, always make sure you got it. Because you don't know how these dudes are going to act. That actually happened to me. A guy asked me out, was 2 hours late. He had car trouble. And my previous like, well, I'm like, no, I was like, we could just like you just want to meet enough time. No, 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 no. Then we met, came to dinner, check came. He said, how you want to play it? So you want to split this? I was like, you, sir, you wanted, I waited 2 hours for you for this date, and then you want to go 50-50. You right. When I tell you, I was like, I paid for my meal. He's like, you want me to walk you your car? I was like, no, I'm good. I never saw that man again. When I tell, it was just like, and the thing about it is, it's like that's something you could talk about before, not when the damn check come. And I know there's probably gonna be people like, well, I mean, he just did have car trouble. Girl, don't do this with me. It's like now I'm like, one, the bar's gonna move for him, but not for me. I just wasted 2 hours because I was like, I could just go home and you could get to do everything that you need to do with your car. Because I'm like, I'm so sorry. If I had car trouble, the date will be over, honey. I'd be like, we're just gonna have to change this up, right? But also, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That's at least a good 20 years ago. Actually, no. Let me see. How old am I? Oh yeah, about 15, 15, 16, something like that. I'm not gonna do the math. I know it was a while ago. I was very young. I was younger than I am now. At my big ass age, I would never do that. I'm like, girl. But going 50-50 on a date, yeah. Whew, Lord Jesus. Anyway, if she don't want to go on a coffee date, that's fine. But gentlemen, do better. Dinner movie. Go like to go say, hey, let's go to a coffee house, especially if you know a really good one, a good black owned one with really good food. Say that. How it's like, hey, let's go out. I'm like, hey, let's go to Busboys Post. It's a coffee house, but blah blah blah. Right? That is totally different to say, let's just go be for a cup of coffee. Hell, you could have did happy hour. You could have said, hey, you want to go, hey, let's go to David Buster's. We can grab a meal, maybe play a couple games. See how easy that is? And at David Buster's, you actually, even though you guys are going to be playing video games or God knows what else, you still would actually be talking to each other. Y'all need to get creative. It's way too much things to do. And if I hear anything about money, I'm like, girl, do you notice there's a lot of women they're not going to make suggestions of something that they can't afford. You want to know why? Because some of y'all be pulling the okey doke when the check come. Like, for real. Craziness. So let's go mid key. I'm sorry, one more thing in low key. So I don't know when this interview was, but this came up and Snoop Dogg was on somebody's podcast saying he took his grandson to see Lightyear. And the thing about this scene is so quick. I barely remembered it when I saw it. I'm like, I remembered the backlash about this scene, but when I finally watched the movie, I'm like, girl, I know y'all fucking lying right now. This is what y'all mad about. So in that movie, there's basically it's a same sex couple. It's two women, and his Snoop's grandson asks, how she got a baby with a woman? And he said, it's like I'm just trying to watch the movie. Now there's several ways that you could have played this, but to watch this whole why this gotta be in the movie, y'all are grooming people. I'm like, time out. I'm gonna need y'all to stop putting words in your mouth that y'all about to choke on. First of all, that's not grooming. And every time and mind you, this is a Disney movie. You know what gets me? I am 44. I love saying this. I am 44. There are folks that are queer and gay and lesbians who are either my age or older who watch Disney movies full of straight couples. If that kind of quote unquote, and I'm putting it in quotes because it's not grooming, y'all are being ridiculous, grooming or messaging or agendas were so strong, why are all these gay people gay? Because they watch the same fucking movies I did. They watch the same shows I did. Notice they still gay. You want to know? Because sometimes motherfuckers are gay. And I need y'all to stop always being imbeciles about this. It's like, that is the dumbest thing. I'm like, Snoop, you want us to not focus on you singing at that damn party celebrating that deranged circus peanut. You want us to look over there so much. Like, girl, shut up. I'm like, girl, shut anyway. So how much did he pay you to be at that party? You want to wake it up? Let's wake it up. Since we're doing this. It's like, girl, yeah. And the thing about it is like, y'all don't understand how ridiculous you sound. And I saw it in one of the blog posts that somebody brought this up. And I'm like, see, this when we say y'all sound like a bunch of white people, y'all do. Let's be very clear. A kiss between Uhuru and Captain Kirk on the show Star Trek got a lot of shit. They're like, how dare you send this messaging into our children's homes? I don't want our kids learning the wrong thing. And they're like, what's the wrong thing? They did like race mixing. I'm putting y'all can't see me. I'm putting in some quotes. But the whole race mixing thing, do you know how many white people said, don't be showing this? I'm like, that is not right. That's not natural. They weaponized the Bible against this. They were just like, no, this is just wrong. They tried to like use biology and medica and medicine. I mean, when I tell you they tried to like y'all sound like a bunch of white people when y'all do this whole like they trying to groom us and change our children gay. I'm like, really? Then why are all these gay people still gay if they watch all these Disney movies with all these straight people? Quickly tell me why they're still gay. Quickly. You don't have an answer. That's why y'all sound stupid. I'm sorry. And yes, I'm not calling y'all a bunch of dumbasses. I'm saying y'all sound stupid. Y'all have like the thing about it is this is why we say like phobias and isms are like it's irrational because they don't make sense. Racism, sexism, womanism, homophobia, transphobia, xenophobia, anti-Semitism, all of the isms and phobias, um, um, ageism, all of the isms and phobias out there, they're all irrational. And I don't want to hear about that one time in third grade. We're not talking about that. All of them are irrational because it makes no sense. And when we say it's really out of fear, it is fear of not understanding. It is fear of the unknown. It is fear of you not wanting to grow up. It's just fear, and y'all don't like that because phobias are also aversions to something. So when you say, "Oh, you're transphobic," I'm not scared of them, but you have an aversion to trans people. So that's where we are. Y'all just need to cut it out. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. It's like, please leave. I'm like, I promise you. It's like, I, 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 I implore you to literally leave gay people alone. Like, literally, leave queer folks alone. Like, pretty please, please leave them alone. Okay, just leave them alone. That's it. Uh, so let's mid key. I can't believe I'm putting Bravo high notes in mid key. So let's talk about Kiki, shall we? Kiki, sister, shut the fuck up. Here is the deal. I'm going to rewatch last season. I am. Because I distinctly want to rewatch the episodes where Lisa and Kiki were getting into it. Because I want to see Gertie's reaction to that. I could almost guarantee that it's not the same as how Kiki is responding, right? Because I want people to understand Kiki doing a lot of talking because I have a feeling she got her ass handed to her at that reunion. Kiki looks really funny in the light right now, and that's the part that's getting me. And it's like it's making me very sad because one, on principle, ma'am, if we're watching because Gertie has been on several places. She's been interviewed. She's been on Gibson Noma's podcast. No, that's not the name of his podcast. I'm blanking. I am so sorry. He's been on Carlos's podcast. She's doing a lot of press. And I'm like, yeah, you doing a lot of press because you trying to cover this shit up. You look real funny in the light. Because at first they were saying that they unfollowed each other. And Gertie said, girl, that's news to me. I'm like, I don't even see her. And it looks like Kiki blocked Gertie. And it sounds like because Gertie handed her ass. Or somebody else did. If y'all watch the last episode of Miami, where, and I'm gonna say, Adriana did use wrong word. Then as soon as she said ratchet, I'm like, she meant wretched. It's like I knew it as soon as she said it. Because I was like, I watched the clip, I'm like, let me see it. I'm like, she meant wretched. I know she did. Because I'm like, about Kiki, there's really nothing really ratchet about her. But I think she was saying you're being wretched. But she didn't use wretched, she used ratchet. Kiki handed her ass. I feel like they kind of worked it out, but it was kind of like, notice how she had a very big reaction. Did you ever see Gertie pulling her away or saying, oh girl, you doing too much? Also, did you peep how everybody was acting when this happened? So in the heat of the moment, y'all actually can react properly. Because Adriana, and one, she said, I am like, and the thing about it is, she said she has apologized, and I know she has. Because she said it, and it's like, she did say, girl, you're with your ratchet ghetto ass. And she, like, here's the thing. If Adriana really wanted to call Kiki ghetto, she would have. Kiki ain't ghetto in any part of this universe. But notice that they reacted, a few people acted like really reacted properly to the situation. Oh, so y'all can do that now. Now it's like, oh my God, it's so crazy. And when it happened, I couldn't. I mean, we like, or they're both wrong. Notice that shit is not coming up right now. See, this is why y'all looking funny in light. That's why Gertie is not letting up off y'all asses, because y'all make it seem like, oh, it's a situation. No, it wasn't. Y'all didn't react because you didn't want to. Let's be very fucking clear here. Let's not do that. Because notice, when it came to Kiki versus Adriana, y'all reacted instantly. But it's mostly because y'all don't fucking like Adriana. Y'all liked Julia. And seemingly as a group, y'all don't like Gertie. Girls, stop playing with us, okay? Stop playing with us. I just want to get to the end of the season because I want to see Gertie hand those bitches their asses. Because y'all played in her face. Julia is playing in people's face. It's like, girl, her and that wife of hers, y'all can, sit on over there. They don't need to be back. Bring back Dr. Nicole. Bring back Leah Black at this point. It's like, get some other people. Chef Anna has a podcast where she dissects this stuff. When I tell you, her co-host is like, oh no, we are being mean because we want to be mean. I'm like, oh girl, what is happening here? Anna be getting the tea. When I tell you, Anna don't need to come back. Leave her where she is to recap it. Stephanie is growing on me because I love that she said, Julia, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, Julia is acting like a clown. Full stop. Full and absolute stop. She's acting like a clown. But yeah, bring back that. Yeah. I don't need too many more seasons of this. I'm going to say this when it comes to the Larsa versus Lisa. Lisa is an August Leo. I don't know why Larsa is playing these reindeer games with her, but I want to know. Lisa, I need Lisa to be a little bit more quick. Girl, stop taking notes and start rehearsing lines. Okay? Go find you some people to help you read. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Larsa Pippen could never talk to me ever about you. This man did so much to me and you still talk to him. Bitch, I got 2 words for you. Kanye West. Ma'am, not only did you not unfollow that man, you were still talking to him after they broke up. You are not the poster child of being a girl's girl. Shut up. When I tell you, I'm like, she's like, and Lisa, if she talk Kanye West, 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 I would seriously keep fucking saying his name. You will not talk to me. And the fact that y'all are letting, and I'm saying the hashtag y'all, letting Larsa get away with this shit is wild as hell. I'm like, Larsa is the last person to be talking about being a girl's girl and how dare she unfollow this man. You wanna know why she didn't do it? Because she ain't gonna tell her what to do. She was like, oh my God, girl, is this all I gotta do? All right, here, it's unfollowed. It was never about that. Larsa wanted a reason. And her saying, he attacked me in text. I'm like, we're reading text. Girl, the fact that he has a connection to even have your phone number to text you is where I find it hilarious. You're saying like he shouldn't be texting you. Why does this man have your phone number? Not he's DMing you on Instagram, not he's DMing you on social media because y'all follow each other. He is literally texting you. That means that man has your number. Why does your friend's man have his number? And why the fuck didn't you block him? Oh, he can text you, bitch. Why so he can text you? Block him. Oh, that's right. They're still together. Larsa wanted a storyline that did not involve Michael Jordan's son. You're trying to make this about Marcus. Oh, girl, you needed a storyline, girl. There's nothing else for you to talk about except I'm gonna make Lisa's life that seemingly already is literally in the shitter even shittier because you ain't got nothing else to talk about. Ma'am, that was you looking like Boo Boo the Fool last season. And by the way, she got a new man. So, like Larsa, you have no storyline. Larsa can go. Girl, pack up your bags and get on Stephanie's plane and go to the nearest hell, okay? Or just away from our TV screens. You don't have to go out. I'm like, I'm not saying go down there. No, no, don't go down there. Um, just away from our screens. Larsa can go. She's only friend of Marisol can go too. Her and her old niece. I'm sorry, that was kind of funny. Um, let's see. Larsa could go. Marisol could go. We can get a new friend of. Let Dr. Nicole be the friend of. Replace her. That's it. Cause and Kiki is friend of. I think Kiki is trying to get bumped up. She wants her own mojito. She's trying to be full time. I don't care what y'all say. She got too many people saying with their hands out. Okay, back home, she's trying to get more money to come in. Kiki is stunning. She is a model. She can definitely be a good brand ambassador. She's trying to get her own mojito. She's trying to be full time. She is. But yeah, Marisol, Larsa, to a certain extent, Lisa could go down to friend of. I would be fine with that. Because I think because of all the legal stuff, I think there's a lot of stuff that she just can't show anyway. So it makes sense. It's like, oh yeah, Lisa can go down to friend of. She really could. And I don't think she would have a problem. I really don't. Do not bring in a friend of Larsa's. Bring in a friend of Gertie's. Bring in someone who knows Dr. Nicole. And I can't believe the sentence because it's while she's plucking my nerves. Stephanie can stay. Stephanie can stay. I feel like if we don't have Alexia in this season, it's not going to work. It's so weird. When they say she is the Cuban Teresa, she kind of is. I don't know what it is about this season, but it really didn't. It really does not. And I have to say this. I think we're at the midway point or a little bit over, but it's like we're not really seeing too many personal. We're not getting a lot of the transparency that we usually get. It's kind of like when you go, what's people's storyline? I'm like, not for nothing. Julia does have one because she has new children. But I would love to peel back the layers on why your children are your older children are not talking to you. I'm like, I have my thoughts. I have many thoughts and many opinions. I'm not opining it right now. But girl, there's like, I'm sorry, I sound like Truvy. I think there's a story there. Shout out to Dolly Parton. Um, I stopped watching Orange County. I'm acting like I'm like stopped. Like I started watching this season, and I'm just like, it's getting like, girl, please, sorry, please leave us alone. Because here's the thing, um, unpopular opinion. I don't think Katie's lying on Gretchen. I think she did tell her that. I think Gretchen just thought that Katie wasn't going to tell anybody else. I don't think that Katie is lying about that. Is she lying about all the stuff? Yeah. But with the Gretchen stuff, I don't think she's lying. And when it came to Naked Wasted, I was Team Gretchen. I still am. Because I really do think that Gretchen told Katie that. She just did not think that Katie was going to tell Kiki. And I think she's told other people. But when I tell you, I don't, it's like, it's very much, I'm treating this like the whole thing with Jussie Smollett. I don't care if she's lying. It's against Tamara. It's like, I don't care. Tamara literally has spent the last 2 or 3 years on this show just stirring shit up. And she don't ever want someone to say, hey, Tamara, you're doing a little bit too much. Holding it, I try to not use the phrase holding someone accountable because I'm like, these are adults. You're an adult, you're an adult, whatever. I just, Tamara has no problem saying, y'all need to be honest, and she wants to quote unquote hold other people accountable. But the minute someone says, Tamara, you're doing so much, well, I'm just gonna leave. I'm like, oh, girl, shut up. Also, I need Shannon to grow the fuck up and let this shit go. What you're not going to do is make it seem like you literally, that could have been anybody. And that when it comes to, oh, this is the other thing I believe Katie about. She only showed the voice note to her husband, but I'm pretty sure she talked about it with other people. I don't think she showed people a video, but I don't. Yeah, if Alexis is your vantage point, girl, shut up. Jen looks like she don't want to just rock it. She don't want to rock no boats. So the thing about it is, I feel like Katie, these women are not your friends. Excuse me, and I don't like this gang up. But the thing was, the original the original franchise that has always been a gang up franchise. It has always been Orange County. They've been doing it for years. They are the originators of the gang up. I know other places do it a little bit more frequently, Beverly Hills, but the original gang is Orange County. When I tell you, it's like when them hyenas are ready to pounce, they pounce. It's it just like I feel like it would be crazier if Vicky was here, if Gina Keogh was here, or maybe I'm just misremembering Orange County. I'm not exactly sure, but I just, you know what? Maybe it's not the gang up, the Mean Girls. That's Orange County, because I don't care what Tamara say. Her and Vicky were being girls, and they were being mean to Gretchen. And if you actually hear that recording, because Homegirl was still mic'd up in that bathroom. Yeah, listen to that again because it's there. Please listen to her again. No, you can't stop, stop, stop. I'm like, girl. And listen here, Ms. Judge. You want to call Gretchen a trumper, but she is. Ma'am, your whole ass son got his whole ass handed to him by your younger son. You know, the one that's not a MAGA. Your oldest kid is a MAGA and you want to talk about Gretchen? Girl, you are not the messenger of this. Because you damn sure didn't want nobody saying nothing to your son, the grown up. When his teenage brother got to hand him his ass, you know you done fucked up. Again, I'm not catching them. I'm not caught up on Orange County. I kind of do want to see Kiki on screen. We see how this is going to go. And the comments about Kiki have been very interesting. I'm like, wait a minute, where y'all getting this from? I thought everybody liked her. I'm like, where? What am I missing? I know what I'm missing. But what, like, essentially, when it comes to this, what am I missing? She on Radio Andy. She's doing the thing. She is doing podcasts where okay, never mind. So, all right, this is not Bravo. Let's talk about some more reality. I did not watch this season of Love Island. I literally like last season was the first season I watched, and mind you, I got there late and then watched it the whole end. And I really want folks that watch this season of Love Island USA to convince me to binge it. I am. I'm just like, yeah, convince me. I don't know if I'm going to. Um, so one, Alendria is like stunning, and the fact that her lip combination, which is two different products, by the way, is sold out is crazy to me. I'm like, girl, when I tell you a beauty on a budget, I adore. I'm like, y'all calling these two black women ugly? In what world are they ugly? Y'all just whack. Anyway, I didn't want. Somebody needs to convince me. All right. Um, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, I have told y'all she's no longer on the show. When it comes to Holt v. Holt, I am always Team Melody. Always. Um, unless it is Melody versus somebody else. I was I we gotta wait until after Discovery review, right? Martel Holt still being on this show is crazy to me. I got to tell you now. Maurice is the if we're ranking from most to least problematic. There have been years where Maurice has always been the least problematic, and then Marceau and Martel have been running for who's number one, like who's most problematic. Um, and that's just Stephanie's grading system. This season, we're going to see this is what happens when Melody not here. See, sometimes you need to take people off a show to look at other people. It happened with Monique and Potomac. Everybody's like, wait, and when she went to Love and Marriage DC, people are like, oh my God, why is she so different, baby? This is how she was before. There is no Giselle here, and now y'all are actually seeing her. Okay, so Maurice and Martell at this sit down was a key fucking key. When I tell you, Martell get on my damn nerves, but I like him and his thick thighs and his bubble butt. When I tell you him laughing at Maurice, talking about he hit a pole and a tree and a dog and three antelopes. When I tell you I would have laughed at his ass too. And then Maurice really mad that he is laughing at him. I'm like, girl, because that story don't make no sense. Maurice, please go to hell. It's like, sir, you're just talking at this point. I'd have laughed at your ass too. When I tell you that sit down, I'm like, oh, this is just, it is, listen here, Quacker Jack, it is playtime. Okay. It was joke time for Martell. And I kind of don't blame him because Maurice is so used to not being seen as the problematic one. He don't know what to do when he's seen as one. Because that whole DW, like, oh, y'all ain't talking about the fact that it was dismissed. Yeah, but you explaining this shit don't make no sense, sir. What we doing? This whole thing with him and Jalen, I'm like, girl, the fact that you are embarrassing Kimmy on camera again, I just, I don't even know what to say. Okay. I don't even know what to say. I just, I'm sorry. And Kimmy is embarrassing me because for me, Kimmy, me and Roddy the Voice, I feel like it's us too. Kimmy was our fave on Love and Marriage Huntsville. The fact that I gotta find somebody else is like, oh girl, I'm gonna have to find somebody. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna find anybody else. But Kimmy, you mean to tell me you knew your husband was treating your son differently and you ain't jumped down his ass for that? But I shouldn't say too much. You're the same woman who literally kept faking it for your husband while you're literally going through cancer treatment so he can bust a nut. I'm like, girl, shut up. I'm like, and the thing about it is, it's like, what? Wait a minute, you faked it? Yes. And it's like, sir, you need to do a deep dive. Why would she feel like she has to do that? Or better yet, why did you have the wherewithal to just go, I just want her healthy. I want her sex drive back so I can enjoy it. Because you've had years of her enjoying the sex with you. So there's that. So Nell and Tisha, I don't care. I it's not that I don't care. It's just like, see, here's the thing. Tisha versus Melody was a lot more entertaining than Tisha versus Nell. Because it's like, Nell, you gonna stop acting like you everybody's big sister gorgeous one. You're everybody's mentor. You are not mentoring me on shit. And that's how Tisha is coming off. I kind of don't blame her. But if you only have these kind of relationships, like, oh, I'm in a relationship with them because I gotta teach these young girls, I wouldn't. I would look at you real weird too. It's like, who do you think you're talking to? It's like, Nell, you're saying why is like the thing. It's not that she's necessarily wrong for saying like Tisha, y'all literally don't ever want to talk about yourselves, but you damn sure want to get into everybody else's. But when I say they have been nose open for Tisha and Marcel since season one, I mean it. And Marcel can thank his own friend for that. Because Martel was like, hey, I ain't going to be the only rat on this sinking ship. Here's the thing. Just like I'm like, I don't think Katie is lying about Gretchen. I don't think Martel is lying about Maurice and Marcel. I don't think he is. He lied about a lot of shit, but I don't think he's lying about that. And I think I agree with Rodney. I think that's the reason why they kept trying to like play middle ground with Martel because they knew Martel know too much about y'all. So that's why y'all for the first few years y'all was keeping that shit real cute. And Melody was looking at y'all like y'all were crazy. Wanna know why? Because I know for a fact that man probably dragged their names through the mud to his own wife. Even though he was cheating on her and all, he still badmouthed them. And I know Melody knows that. She looking like, oh now he ain't shit. Oh now he not a good person. But when he was doing that shit directly to me, y'all weren't saying that shit. Y'all, I'll be like, I'm sorry, y'all can keep it. What you think? I don't think anything. I think Mel left after 13 years. I don't blame her. It's like, cause one, like I'm not a millimeter. I'm not. But after last season, I'm like, oh, Melly need to get out because when I tell you a lot of this is like she wasn't none of friends with any of them women on the show. They were co-workers. After a while, a show that's supposed to be about friendship and love gets real boring if you're not friends with those folks. Some of you you're very cordial with. Kimmy. I feel like everybody gets along with Kimmy, actually. Everybody can keep it cute with Kimmy. um, but she wasn't friends with anyone, so she had to go. Nell could get off my screen because Nell is playing in my face. You cannot like I'm gonna say this right now. When it comes and I don't do teams. When it's like who do you believe Lance or Destiny? I believe Destiny. I get it. I don't think y'all were in like Lance and Destiny. I'm dumb jumping around. I know Lance and Destiny were not in a relationship. Oh, Stevie Wonder can see that. However, comma, it takes 10 months to grow a baby. You mean to tell me you didn't know you were having a baby until the reunion? You a damn lie. He knew. And that's probably why it's like, I have a feeling that's probably why y'all weren't. I don't think it was just Destiny who were like, girl, I'm just trying to keep it cool and just date. I bet you that was Lance's ass too. Because he knew. And the thing about it is like, no, y'all are not in a relationship, but if y'all are, I thought they actually were friends or friendly before that, before they started dating. So you wouldn't say anything. Lance, you are not the good guy here. Destiny is not all the way out of line. Why didn't you just tell her? It takes 10 months to grow a baby. And it didn't seem like y'all had been like messing around for less than 5 months. So why the fuck didn't you tell her? Why didn't you tell her? And then Nell, stop acting like you wouldn't feel a way if you were Destiny. Now I get it, but it's like Destiny, you can't ask her to do too much because that actually is her son. Would I expect a mother to dom on her son? No, especially not Nell. I can get why she didn't tell Destiny. At first, I think I said a week or so ago, I thought that Nell was lying, that she didn't know before this. I The way that she's acting like, oh, maybe I could come and help you with this baby. I'm actually changing my mind. I think her and Chris did not know. And they're just going with the punches. I don't think she knew. But now I'm wondering if she. I wouldn't be surprised if she did know and just didn't tell Destiny. Or if she did know, she probably, I'm like, I don't think she knew like as soon as Lance knew. She may have known like a week or so, a couple of weeks, a month, maybe. But when she said we didn't find out till like we were shooting the reunion, at first I was like, nah, she lying. The way she's acting, I don't think she was though. Because why was she like, oh, I gotta make sure I'm in to help you with the baby. Because one, if you're going to be that hands-on, if she knew ahead of time, we would have seen that baby shower on the damn screen. Because Nell would have pushed it. I just want to get to this reunion, child. I don't know how long the season's gonna be. I don't even know how many episodes have been on. I honestly don't. But I just want to get to this reunion for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because I want to see that. I want to see the looks, honey. I want to see how we gonna do. One last thing, and this is high key. So Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X has been a stunt queen. He's he has been a daredevil. He's been the evil Knievel of clout. He's always doing something, or at least he was. So there was a video out of him and his tidy whities. They were clean, by the way, that pretty chocolate skin. And I was like, I'm not looking there. You got, okay, sir. Um, Walking down and just cowboy boots and just walking. And I'm like, I'm from Baltimore. When I tell you, I'm like, nah, at first thing I thought was, oh, he's definitely on something. Everybody like, oh, I think he's pulling a stunt. I'm like, nah, he on something. Or he had some kind of break. I don't know. But I think they were saying he was hospitalized. Um, because I think they were saying he OD'd. And now they're saying that he was arrested for felonies. So he has actually pled not guilty. So this is from Reuters.com. Grammy-winning musician Lil Nas X pleaded not guilty on Monday to 4 felony charges after authorities said he assaulted police officers who found him walking naked down a street in Los Angeles. There is a video that was floating around was of him in his underwear and the boots. There's another video out there that's pixelated. It's a long pixelation too. It's like, hey, Montero. Um, of him being completely naked. So basically, he was naked. When I tell and again, as someone who lived in Baltimore and also used to work on a psych unit, girl, tame. A judge set bail at 75,000 and said the Old Town Road rapper must attend an outpatient drug rehab program. Police said they believe Lil Nas X, whose real name is Montero Lamar Hill, was using drugs at the time of the incident. His attorney, Christy O'Connor, however, said there was no evidence of drug use by the 26-year-old singer. This is just an aberrant episode in an otherwise productive life, she said. Lil Nas X was charged with 3 counts of battery of a police officer, 1 count of resisting an officer. He faces up to 5 years in prison if convicted, according to the LA District Attorney's Office. A LA police spokesperson said last week that officers had responded in reports of Lil Nas X walking down the street in a Studio City neighborhood of Los Angeles in his underwear in the early mornings on Thursday. The singer was allegedly naked when police arrived. The district attorney's office said he was accused of assaulting the officers who were trying to take him into custody, injuring 3 of them. Lil Nas X appeared in court on Monday in blue prison garb and replied yes when asked if he understood the bail conditions. Lil Nas X was the first openly gay man to receive a Country Music Association award, winning for his 2018 hit Old Town Road. He also earned 2 Grammys for the song. His father, Robert Stafford, told reporters outside the courthouse that the rapper was very remorseful for what happened. He's going to get the help that he needs. He just keep him in your prayers. And that's what I'm gonna say about Lil Nas X too. Again, I'm sure my whole age, I distinctly remember when Robert Downey Jr., yes, that Robert Downey Jr. was literally on all of the drugs a lot. There's a movie called Less Than Zero. That man was a functioning addict. He acted his ass off in that movie. But please understand, he was high for a good majority of it. Rob Downey Jr. was in and out of courts. This man was so high one time, he literally broke into someone's house and sat in their kitchen and was eating breakfast. That man had a lot of help. He got rehab and he's going to get better. I want the same thing for Lil Nas X. Um, I think he uses humor to get through a lot of things, but with anything, with humor, there's always truth in jest, right? So I think he put up like he's in his flop era. When I tell you, y'all came at hashtag y'all came after him because he was gay and he was open about it. I'm like, how dare you be open and gay? Like, we don't fuck with that shit. I just want one. This is not even about me getting new music or new visuals or anything like that. This is about seeing a young man who needs help and he gets the help that he needs. And no, that man does not need jail. That man needs rehab. And his lawyer is doing what lawyers do. It's like, oh no, he wasn't on drugs. No lawyer's like, yep, he was high as hell when he was butt ass naked on. Yeah, no lawyer is going to say that. Any lawyer, any defense lawyer is going to defend them. That's just kind of it. But I hope that he does get the help that he needs. And that may mean that he just go back home to his family and get out of LA. Sometimes you need to like be quiet for just a little time, right? And the amount of empathy and sympathy that I can give to him, I'm going to give it all to him. Is anybody who has dealt with someone in their family, and I'm like, that's the thing. Drug abuse, addiction, that breaks, that goes across color, ethnicity, nationality lines. Nationality, for anybody who does not know, because I think it's so funny, is where you were born. A lot of people don't know that. It's really funny. Like, yeah, that's our nationality. Nationality is where you're born, dumbass. Like, what are we doing? Sorry, sidebar. Mm, mm. I just want that young man to get better because he is very, very talented, but he just needs. It's a lot of pressure once you get to a certain place. It's pressure to stay there because hey, hi, there's a reason why Beyonce is Beyonce. Want to know why? Because she couldn't just keep doing the same thing. She's going to have to do something different. And if that means in Act 3, we're getting a rock album, girl, fuck you. Let me tell you something. I want Slash. I want Lenny. I want all of the rockers, okay? I want a song with Aerosmith. I want all of that shit. Okay? I want some remakes of Little Richard songs. I want a fucking rock album. Because then we're going to have a conversation now, aren't we? But yeah, Lenny, I need you to be up in the number. Slash, I need you up in the number, honey. Is Terrence Trent D'Arby still with us? Yeah, I need the rockers. I need the black rockers. Oh my gosh, what is the name of the black rock group? Oh, them. Oh my god. I need them. There's a black rock group. Hold on. I'm going to look their name up. I want, oh my god. Beyonce, please work with them. Hold on. Sorry. Because my brain is just, I'm sorry. It is, oh, the group I'm talking about is Living Color. I would, Beyonce, you're doing a rock album. I need Living Color on that album. Okay. Okay. I need Living Color. Okay. Thank you so much. We need that. We need that. I want that. Uh, this, oh man. Could you imagine if Prince was still here and she wanted to do a rock album? Prince would be like, I will help produce this. I will be on it. Oh God. But yes, Living Color. If we're doing a rock, if Act 3 is rock, please direct Beyonce to Living Color. Thank you so much. Wow. I've been talking for quite some time. That's because I had a lot to catch up on. But yeah, I'm going to put a pin in this. Love and light to Lil Nas X, to people who are to DC residents and those who have to work and travel in DC. Love to teachers, because I swear y'all are playing in their faces right now. To the kids who are going back. Now it's a new school season. I'm sorry, school season, school year. Everybody, please be safe. Please watch out for these kids. When you see these buses and they pull out their stop sign, fucking stop. Do not go. Oh, I ain't waiting. Girl, please. All the kids, for the kids, this is their senior year. They're about to go to college. Maybe enjoy this last year. Also, last thing, this October, I will once again be a speaker for the Afros and Audios Podcast Festival. I'm so excited. Cannot wait. It is always a good time. Always so much love. And I am just excited. So I'll have more details coming soon about Afros and Audios. I'll be putting it on Mocha Minutes IG page of all the stuff that I can do. I will share all the stuff that Afros and Audio has put out. I'm very excited about Afros and Audios. Always a good time. It's going to be in Baltimore. Um, I'm so excited. I really am. It doesn't sound like I am because it's like late at night. But y'all, Afros and Audio, it always is like a warm, deep booby hug of love that I just need to recharge my podcast battery and also to spread that to somebody else. I am always excited about this. So, all right, you guys, this has been the Mocha Minutes podcast. I will be back next week. Bye, y'all.